Banned accessories in football? That's unheard of, right? But let me ask you this. Ever spotted a player in all black jersey? Or maybe wrapping their hands with toilet paper? Did you know there are actually forbidden accessories in the game? But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up before we dive in. Number 1. Snoods. It's the early 2010s, and all the cool kids on the block are sporting snoods. Yup, those neck-warming, style-defining pieces of fabric were hot. Nike dropped their version, and suddenly, every footballer worth their salt was rocking one, not just in training but on the pitch too. It was like a fashion revolution, guys. But then, FIFA stepped in and they dropped the ban on snoods, claiming it could turn a match into a case of mistaken identity and even pose a danger to players' lives. Number 2. Jewelry back in the day, when the football legends like Ronaldinho and Ronaldo used to strut their stuff on the field. They weren't just rocking their skills, they were also dripping in ice, blinged out from head to toe. I'm talking about those flashy earrings that probably cost more than a small country's GDP. But FIFA swooped in with their rulebook and said, "No ice on the pitch." Yup, you heard it right. And why, you ask? Well, it's all about safety, my friends. Imagine taking a header and ending up with a diamond lodged in your throat. Number 3. Dragon jersey. Nike and China teamed up to unleash a jaw-dropping jersey upon the world. I'm talking about the official Chinese football team jersey with a fierce dragon print that screamed must-have. While FIFA gave it the green light, the Chinese Football Association slammed the brakes on this fashion train. Why, you ask? Because according to them, the color black spells bad luck in China, and they take their dragons seriously. So they put the kibosh on the whole thing, leaving us all mourning what could have been an absolute classic. It's like when Cameroon dared to rock those sleeveless kits back in the day, flipping the bird to authority and making every other team's jersey look as dull as possible. Number 4. True socks. Well, believe it or not, at the 2018 World Cup, a couple of English lads, Raheem Sterling and Dele Alli, decide to ditch the traditional short socks for something a bit more stylish. True socks. But FIFA wasn't having it. Nope, they slammed the rulebook shut and said, "No way!" But did our English heroes back down? Oh no, they strutted onto the field in their true socks, thumbing their noses at the powers that be. And what happened next? Well, let's just say the English FA ended up with a hefty fine of over 70 grand for their sock rebellion. Now call me crazy, but if I were in the accounting department for the English national team, there's no way I'd be forking over 70k for a pair of socks. I mean, I'd rather spend that money on something truly epic. Number 5. Sleeveless jerseys. Let's rewind the clock to the 2002 African Cup of Nations, where Cameroon and Puma teamed up to turn football fashion on its head. Yep, they decided to ditch the traditional shirts for some sleek vests. But this move didn't sit too well with the bigwigs at FIFA. I mean, come on, they're vests, not shirts. But hey, cool is cool, right? Fast forward to the 2004 African Cup of Nations, and Cameroon pulls off the ultimate twist. They show up with sleeveless jerseys. FIFA must have been seeing red at this point, but you've got to give it to Cameroon for keeping things interesting. In the end, FIFA put their foot down, and Cameroon had to swap their vests for proper jerseys. But hey, looking back at all this, it's pretty clear FIFA takes their rules seriously. Number 6. Headphones. It's the FIFA World Cup Finals of 2014, and Brazil is buzzing with excitement as the host nation. Now, you know how massive this tournament is, right? Brands are lining up left and right to get their products front and center on the world stage. But then, Sony comes with a sneaky move. They struck a deal with FIFA to force all the players to wear their headphones during the games. Can you believe it? But Neymar wasn't having any of it. He showed up to his next match and said, nope, he ditched those Sony headphones. Other players followed suit, and just like that, Sony's shady scheme was right out of the game. Number 7. Pitch design. Before the 2017-18 season, clubs were given free rein to jazz up their pitches with designs relating to their stadiums. And let me tell you, Leicester City's King Power Stadium took it to a whole new level with a pitch design that was straight up breathtaking. I'm talking about designs that could make your heart skip a beat. But all good things must come to an end, and the Premier League dropped a bombshell by banning these elaborate pitch designs at the start of the 2017-18 season. From then on, it was all about sticking to the traditional horizontal lines for pitch designs. So unfortunately, we won't be seeing anything quite as spectacular as Leicester's masterpiece anytime soon. Number 8. Tissue paper. Did you know that tissue paper has been banned from football stadiums? Yep, you heard me right. And let me tell you, the backstory to this one is an absolute riot. You see, back in the day, throwing tissue paper in football stadiums was oddly common until one fateful day in 1990 when Gary Lineker decided to make his mark on the field in a rather unconventional way. Yep, you guessed it. He let loose a number 2 right there on the pitch during England's match against Ireland at the World Cup. Now, according to Lineker, he was just trying not to let his team down, but let's just say he ended up letting one down on himself instead. And when rival fans caught wind of what Lineker had done, well, let's just say things got a little out of hand. Suddenly, there was tissue paper flying everywhere, and White Hart Lane was transformed into a sea of toilet rolls. But the English FA had to step in and put an end to the madness, banning toilet paper from the stadium. Sure, it may have given White Hart Lane a quirky backdrop for a moment, but unfortunately, that kind of shenanigans is strictly off limits now. Number 9. Logos and personalized messages. Ever wonder why you don't see players sporting personalized messages or logos on the pitch? See, football isn't just a game, it's the beautiful game, and it's gotta stay that way. That's why FIFA has put the kibosh on any political ads or campaigns within the sport. They reckon it could sway supporters' decisions and throw a wrench in the whole game plan. Plus, let's be real, almost everyone at FIFA HQ right now is a bit of a killjoy, so they're not exactly keen on bending the rules. But wait, there's more! Sometimes it's not just FIFA playing sheriff. Government officials get in on the action too. Take Qatar, for instance, hosting the 2022 World Cup. With controversies brewing backstage, the government wasn't about to budge on their strict rules for tourists and foreigners. And when it came to the beloved captain's armband for UEFA, well, Qatar said, "Not on our turf." It wasn't about the players, it was a culture clash of epic proportions. But football fans, despite the hurdles, all the countries involved put on their game faces and moved forward, leaving the drama in the rearview mirror where it belongs. Number 10. Boots. With football boot designs evolving into a whole new ballgame, brands like Nike and Adidas jumped on, churning out custom-made cleats for players, complete with special editions like those bladed studs. But Alex Ferguson wasn't exactly proud of these designs. Nope, he had serious concerns about their safety, feeling they were a recipe for disaster. Yet, despite his reservations, he allowed some of his players to lace up in them. That is until tragedy struck in 2005. Manchester United captain Roy Keane found himself sidelined for 2 whole months with a broken bone in his foot, courtesy of a tackle from someone sporting those bladed studs. Sir Alex was fuming, and rightly so. The injury showed the shape of a bladed stud on Roy's foot, leaving no room for doubt about the danger they posed. "The bladed studs are a danger," Sir Alex declared. "We don't allow our players to wear them as they can cause serious injuries." And just like that, the era of bladed boots was over at Manchester United. It's a stark reminder that when it comes to player safety, there's no room for compromise. After all, as Sir Alex and Manchester United showed, protecting your players is priority number 1, no matter what. Now, what do you guys think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this video as fascinating as we did, don't forget to show your love by giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with your mates. And hey, why not hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for more amazing content? Until next time guys, stay awesome, stay tuned, and catch you in the next episode.